Hi children, good morning. Today we shall learn the concept of measurement of volume of liquids. The previous concept is measurement of volume of solids. Now we go for the volume of liquids. See now, in order to measure the volume of liquids, we usually measured in liters and milliliters. The symbol of liter is small l and the symbol of milliliter is ml. 1 milliliter is equal to 1 cubic centimeter. What is the meaning of it? 1 cubic centimeter means if we consider length to be 1 centimeter, breadth to be 1 centimeter and height to be 1 centimeter and create a cube with that. With that, if you create a cube of length 1 centimeter, breadth 1 centimeter and height 1 centimeter, how much amount of water or a liquid will fill in that particular cube is equal to 1 milliliter. So that is 1 ml in the sense, right? So 1 cubic centimeter is equals to 1 by 1000 of liter. We know that 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. 1000 ml is equal to 1000 cubic centimeter. So 1 ml is equal to how much? 1 cubic centimeter. Okay, so the volume of liquid will be measured using different components. One is cylinder, flask, burette, pipette, etc. Different components will be used to measure different amount of liquids. Right, reading the meniscus of a graduated cylinder. In order to read the meniscus may be concave shape, concave, or this is cave shape, and the upper one we call it as convex shape. This is concave shape and this is convex. Convex means bulged shape, reverse of U, this shape. Concave in the sense this one, U shape, below that, right? So there may be both the things. Generally, the concave meniscus and convex meniscus, we are going to get liquid like water and alcohol. If you pour liquid like water and alcohol in a cylinder, we get, and if you observe through some telescope, we get the meniscus as concave shape. Okay. For that, the eye level should be in the bottom. For concave shape, the eye level should be the meniscus. Eye level should be at the bottom of the meniscus while taking the reading. And there will be few meniscus. Meniscus means that is the shape. This one we call it as meniscus, which is of convex shape. For example, mercury, oil. Okay, oil and mercury. If you pour in cylinder, you are going to get the convex shape of meniscus. For that, in order to measure that, we should have top view, right? Likewise, we have to consider. And the next thing is measuring the volume of irregular solid surfaces. In order to measure the volume of irregular solid surfaces, first what we have to do, we have to take a cylinder and fill it, half of it with water, like this, half. And mark the position of water. Let it be this one. Okay, X whatsoever. And then insert slowly, gradually, an irregular body with the help of thread, so that its water level is going to be increased. And again in the second case, measure the water level after inserting. That will be Y and the first one will be X. You subtract one with higher with lower, you are going to get the volume of solid. Likewise, we can measure the volume of irregular body. Likewise, we can measure. There is some other measurement techniques, overflow method and sand displacement method. These are the other two ways to measure the volume of given solid. Next one is irregular solid, measuring the volume of irregular solid with overflow jar. How we can measure? You try to fill the overflow jar with water until it overflows. When once it overflows, leave it so that it will be incomplete, in full. And once again, insert a solid object slowly with the help of thread so that some sort of water will be overflowed, and collect the water in another jar. And the volume of water that has been collected is equal to the volume of the cylinder. I mean, volume of the solid substance that which we have inserted. Likewise, this is the other method to measure the volume of an irregular object or any other object. Next one, if suppose in some cases the solid substance may be soluble in water. For example, you take salt. If you take salt, you have to measure the volume of salt. If you pour that salt in water, what happens? It gets dissolved, so that we cannot find the volume. At that time, what we have to choose? We have to choose the the solid which we have chosen. If it is soluble in water, then you change the liquid so that it should not soluble in that particular liquid. For example, you may take some oil or whatsoever which is not soluble, the salt is not soluble in that. Then you can go for insoluble liquid and you can measure the volume of that particular solid. Likewise, we can do that. Next one, there is one investigation. We can find out the some items, some solids are sold, some items are sold in terms of mass and some items are sold in terms of volume. Like salt, sugar, pulses, steel and wheat, we are going to measure in terms of mass. Remaining kerosene oil, LPG, CNG, compressed natural gas, milk and water, these are measured in terms of volume. Next, we shall have some fill in the blanks. See now, the space occupied by any material is called dash. If it is in any material, it is a three-dimensional one. So the answer is volume for the first one. The volume of a liquid is generally expressed in dash. The volume of the liquid, see children, don't get confused. Volume of a container is different, volume of liquid is different. The liquid is always measured in liters, but the container, volume of a swimming pool or whatsoever, the container will be measured in terms of cubic meters. Next, third one, the natural gas or home gas, cooking gas is generally sold in dash in terms of mass. In terms of mass, it is in terms of kgs. Even in our gas cylinder, we will having around 14 kgs of gas, like that. The okay, right. 1 milliliter of a liquid is equal to 1 dash by volume. We already discussed that. That is cubic centimeter. 1 dash liter of liquid is equal to 1 meter cube, 1000 liters. This is the fifth one. Likewise, we can convert from one form to another form. These fill in the blanks also very, very important. Okay, here also you are going to get much formulas. Try to make a notes of it so that you can get the concept. Next, true or false, children? The appropriate unit to express the volume of the swimming pool is liter. See, volume of swimming pool. It is a container. Container generally expressed in terms of cubic meters, not liters. In container, there will be liquid. That liquid is measured in terms of liters. So the option is false. The volume of the small stone is expressed in centimeter cube. Is it right? Yes, it is true. Small stone. Stone is a three-dimensional one, so that it will have length, breadth and height also. Stone. So length, breadth and height, centimeter, centimeter, centimeter. So that we are going to get centimeter cube. Likewise. Cooking gas is sold by volume. Is cooking gas sold by volume? No. It is false. It is sold in terms of mass. I already told you before in the past slide itself. I explained you the gas is we are going to get the gas in terms of kgs. 5 kg gas, 10 kg gas, like that. The measuring flask is used to find the volume of liquid. Is it true? Yes. The mathematical formula of the volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Yes, it is true. 4 by 3 pi r cube. Because sphere will have radius, and in order to measure volume we need 3 sides. That radius will act as 3 sides. Radius 1, radius 2, radius 3, r cube. We will have only one radius, so we will take in terms of cube. Why we are going to take, I already explained in our class. Next one, the formula for calculating volume of a cube. Volume of a cube will have all the 3 sides equal in a cube. So, length cube, that is length into length into length. The apparatus used to measure very accurately the volume of liquid between 1 ml and 50 ml is burette. Burette is the apparatus we are going to use in 1 ml to 50 ml. Next one, the liquids are generally sold by dash. The liquids are generally sold by mass only, volume only, and both mass and volume none. Liquids generally sold in volume only. For measuring the volume of an irregular stone, we need that measuring cylinder, water, cotton thread, pipette, measuring cylinder, both measuring cylinder and water, or none of these. So it is option A. Some mercury is contained in a test tube. The exposed surface will be of convex shape. This is also we discussed in our previous slides. Okay, match the following here. In match the following, what we are going to discuss. See now. The unit used to express the volume of liquid. Volume of liquid. I am telling repeatedly, children. Liquid is measured in terms of liters. Volume of container is container will have length, breadth and height. Okay, sides. So that's why it is measured in terms of cubic meter, like that. So it is liter. This is the first one. Okay. The unit used to sell oxygen gas to hospital. Oxygen gas is going to be sold in container. So it will be meter cube. So right. The formula of the uniform wooden cylinder to find its volume. Wooden cylinder will have spherical shape, circle shape above and height. Circle will be pi r square, height will be h. So this is the third one. Next, the formula for the sphere. Sphere will have only radius. So it should be considered in 3 sides in order to express in volume. So that is option number 4. And the jar provided with this spout to find the volume of the irregular solids, that is overflow jar. We can easily find this. Likewise, we can solve different kinds of questions, children. Okay, bye. We shall meet in the next class.